Hello and welcome. Since I was having a great day, so I thought why not continue with the trend, and I'm finally starting to get the hang of it. So let's make another video of current account surplus this time, and what current account surplus is. I hope that fixing the bitrate would improve the clunkiness of the videos and the sound as well. So current account surplus very simply means that the inflows are greater than outflows in the current account, right? And this is what it means. So what are the causes? What would cause such a thing? And the first thing, of course, number one, exports are higher than imports, which means, and there could be multiple reasons for that. So exports are higher than imports. It could be because they are more price competitive. The incomes abroad are rising, so they demand, sorry, let me fix that, more exports. And the reason imports are declining could be that domestic economy could be slowing down. Yeah. So this is not always a good thing. It could be slowing down. So we may demand lesser imports. That could be one of the reasons. Also, please remember that we have talked a lot about import and export. There are other heads in current account also, and one of that is an increase in remittances. Wow. What is happening in Pakistan right now? And by the way, what is happening in Pakistan is not because Pakistanis have started to send more money. It is because of one of the impact is due to the lockdown. The travel in the international travel has been seriously restricted, which means that money flowing through informal channels such as Hundi and Hawala trading, that is not possible, or that is reduced significantly. So the money flowing from abroad now is coming through legal channels, which is finally getting recognized, and hence the remittances seem as if they have increased, although Pakistanis are being sent back home from a multitude of countries due to the various lockdowns and other reasons. So increase in remittance would increase the current account because there would be more inflows than outflows. The other cause could be, and sorry, just fix. The another cause here could be, very frankly, investment, or no, not investment won't feature in current account deficit. I apologize. Charity and donations from other countries could increase or could result in a current account surplus, because this is the secondary income. Then excuse me, earnings by income received from investments made abroad by our own people. So abroad incomes received. So for example, if a Pakistani or national or a firm has invested in the stock exchange of another country and they get dividends, then this would be shown in the income side, or as a current account surplus for the economy, and which is a good thing. So this could improve the economy, and then of course, why not, low exchange rate. This could be the fifth point. Low exchange rate, which means And let me fix the spelling. Which means when the exchange rate is lower or the currency is depreciated or devalued, then what happens is exports are cheaper and imports are more expensive. When would this result in a current account deficit? Because current account surplus, I apologize, it will not always result in a current account surplus. There has to be a particular condition, and the condition is that the exports and imports are elastic. If the exports are elastic, a reduction in the price is going to increase the demand for them, and if the imports are elastic, if they become more expensive, it is going to decrease the demand for them. So both of them have to be elastic in order to result in a current account surplus. Otherwise, a low exchange rate will not result in a current account surplus or a reduction in a current account deficit. So this is a very important condition which you need to understand and then memorize also. I do not believe in memorizing first without understanding, because it's only going to create chaos in your minds. And if you are not prepared, or if you're ill prepared, or if you haven't slept, this is going to cause a blockade when you do your exam. You will go blank. This is my experience. You may have different experiences, but I personally believe that memorizing is learning or understanding is much more important than memorizing alone. So exports are cheaper, and if they are elastic, export revenue may increase in the long run, of course, which could result in a current account surplus. Also, at the same time, if the imports are more expensive and they're elastic, import expenditure may fall and current account surplus may rise again. So this is a two-pronged approach. The other so I think that is about it. Let's keep it simple, and these are the reasons. So if we were just supposed to increase and let's do a recap. So current account surplus is when inflows are greater than outflows in the current account head of the balance of payments. And what are the causes? Exports may start to increase more than imports. One of the reasons is because they are in high quality, or they are more price competitive, or because incomes are rising abroad, which means people abroad have more money to spend. So more exports of our economy, domestic economy, could be slowing down, so we may be demanding less imports, which could result in a current account surplus. If the imports fall, then our export level, it could result in a current account surplus. What else? Increase in remittance. So if the worker remittance starts to increase, the money sent by workers abroad back home, if that starts to increase, there would be a current account surplus, such as happening in Pakistan right now. Charity and donations from other countries could also increase current account surplus. That is your secondary income. Incomes received from investments made abroad, that could be also a result, and that could also be a cause of current account surplus. And of course, the low exchange rate. If your currency is depreciated or devalued, exports become cheaper. They are going to result current account surplus only if the exports are elastic and imports are elastic also. Not included in the O-level syllabus, but in the A-level syllabus, there's something known as the Marshall-Lerner condition, which means that for a low exchange rate to result in a current account surplus, the combined elasticity for export and imports have to be greater than 1. You don't have to worry about that. You just have to know that exports will become cheaper and they are going to result in a current account surplus only if they're elastic, right? Otherwise, if they are inelastic, they're going to reduce the export revenue and a current account surplus may decrease, right? Which we have covered in a current account deficit. So I hope this helps, and the voice quality and the video quality is better. So thank you and hope to see you soon.